So I'm back with short hair. I think I've been looking at too many old pictures of mine where I had short hair, so I was like, time for change. But anyway, the reason I am making a video today, or the topic of our video today, is my inspiration to become an actor. This is a question I've been asked a lot, and I think anyone who pursues this field might be asked. Actually, the first answer that comes to my mind is like a very generic thing, which is that growing up, if you keep hearing a lot of people say around you that oh, look at her, she's so expressive, look at the faces she's making, or look at what she's doing, she's going to be a star, she's going to be an actor. When you keep hearing that, of course, that has a huge impact on, I think, your psyche and your aspirations, I think, for most people. So I think that's where it probably started for me. But I wanted to talk today about a significant moment again, which, like, I don't know what's been happening to me in the last 2 years, but it's like I've been going through some kind of process where I'm just like remembering a lot of moments from my childhood, pivotal moments that had a huge impact on me. And one of them was this. So, yeah, we're back. So, I was talking about this trance-like experience that I had. So, this is back in 1998. So, the film Titanic, released in 1997 worldwide, but it came to India in March 1998. I looked all this up, very minor Google research, so I'm sorry if some details are wrong, but I think it's correct. And at the time, basically, my family was in Mau, Madhya Pradesh. My dad was posted there, and I don't know if some of you saw my Instagram post, but basically in the same year, in 1998, later in the year, my father got posted to Rashtriya Rifles, and he went on to his field posting, and we moved to Kerala. And then another incident happened with me, but anyway, this happened like in 1998. A lot of things happened. But anyway, in March 1998, this movie released in India, and it's a very funny story because I had this playmate. It was an older girl, a Didi, and she told me about a film with dinosaurs, and then she also mentioned Titanic. So somewhere in my mind, I just equated Titanic and dinosaurs, and she told me how great the movie was, and I went home and I just kept insisting that I have to watch Titanic because it has dinosaurs, I need to watch Titanic, this, that. And I think my parents knew that, Titanic is about this old ship or whatever, but for some reason they did not think to correct me, and neither was it like a major point of discussion for them. But because I kept bugging them, they were like, okay, we'll take you. And we finally went to watch Titanic. And surprise, there were no dinosaurs. But that was probably the first moment in my life that I have ever been so surreally like enraptured by something, like completely captured by something, and it was a movie. So, breathtaking visuals aside, what really captured me, and I think everyone around the world, was Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio, their chemistry, their love story, that just moved people and touched hearts across the globe. And I think also as a child, when you watch a film, that's what comes out at you first, which is the actors and the impact that they have on you in terms of storytelling. And so I think as a child, when I watched that, I tell you, watching that movie, I still remember my eyes were filled with tears. Like through my tears, I was like sitting and watching the film. I was happy also, sad also, but I don't know, it was just me and this movie, and the rest of the world didn't exist for me. Like I think I still remember my parents were sitting to my right side, but or maybe right and left, but I just didn't care about anything. I was just in that world for those 2.5 hours or however long the movie actually is. And the song as well, Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On." Um, I mean, I can still remember it echoing in my mind as I watched it. The whole experience of it, it was really something. And I think that moment actually was quite defining to me, perhaps in a way that I didn't even realize. Because I think that's the first time cinema moved me. It touched me. It made me um, feel emotions that I still don't have the vocabulary to explain, actually, because it's not just joy or feeling touched. It's also a feeling of like completion, but also um happiness, and I don't know. It's just like a mix of emotions. It's some kind of cinematic joy. Um, Maybe I'm just too romantic about cinema. But yeah, that's what I felt. And it was a trance-like moment in my life that I think like really defined my interest. And then I went on to do. I mean, I was always into like drama and things like that. I would perform at school and all of that, just like a lot of other kids. Um, but another unique thing that I often did, I don't know if other homes also had these habits or practices, but we had this sort of regimen where we would get back from school, like me and my sister when we were when I was a teenager, and I would turn the music on, whatever was going on at the time, and then I would be singing and dancing to it, and my sister would also be singing and dancing, and I don't know, that was like a daily routine for quite some time. And like I remember the song Chaiyya Chaiyya, on the train, Malaika Arora and Shah Rukh Khan, and I don't know, I must have danced to it like 100,000 times or something, I don't know. like Not just that, a lot of music was very inspired by Shakira also at the time. She would come on VH1, and I would go in front of the mirror and I would lift my shirt up and I would then try to move my hips like her and all of that. And I think that's how I learned how to move my hips, because I was very inspired by her and her performances at the time. What else did I do? I did a lot of crazy stuff growing up. Like I had a really good childhood that way. I tried a lot of different things. But yeah, I think the primary reason why I think I became an actor is Titanic and Leo and Kate. So yeah, I think that's it. I was also, of course, inspired by a lot of other actors and performances as I grew up and I kept watching cinemas. I think I've also mentioned this in some other post somewhere that Julia Roberts really inspired me as an actor as well. A lot of actors have inspired me, but Julia Roberts especially, because that female icon, and I think at the time a lot of her movies would play on Star Movies and HBO and all of that, and I would watch them. And she has this like very effortless ability to be vulnerable on screen, which would just draw you in. And I think that's what I always wanted to do. I wanted to make other people feel what I felt whenever I watched cinema, right? So, and I thought acting was the way to do it at that time, because in your childhood, I mean, that's what you take away the most. But now I've realized that I think I want to do a lot of different things. But this was like a little bit on how I came to be an actor, or how I decided to start that way. But today I think I want to be a storyteller. I still want to act, but I want to do so much more. And I realized that it is in this whole art of storytelling that my love and passion actually lies. And yeah, let's see where life takes me, and one step at a time. And yeah, I hope this was, I don't know what this was. Was this entertaining? Was this like, I don't know. We'll see. Bye.